Is Payola still relevant in radio today? Yes, I believe it is. I know there are other ways for you to get music through downloads and other outlets, but as far as from a mainstream standpoint, in order to really get to the masses, I think that traditional radio, a lot of people still listen to it, and what they hear on the radio does dictate, what people buy. So I think it's been kept under the wraps, but I don't think it ever really went anywhere. But I do think, yes, Payola is very relevant. Even though there are, like I said, other outlets. People do download, but traditional radio is still very relevant. So our relationships do have a huge impact on what gets played on the air. That's what the industry is. It is relationships. It's networking. Say you have a club promoter who has a show coming up. He has, say, a Young Jeezy coming to town. So yeah, you want to get more Young Jeezy on the air. Or say you may work with an independent artist who's trying to, break into the mainstream. And yes, if he or she knows a DJ, why not use their relationship to try to get your music on the air? So I would think from the bottom to the top, from the record labels to the independent artists who are trying to break into the industry, definitely the DJs would play a major role. They're like a middleman, I would say, as far as getting your music on the air. Definitely. Does Payola affect independent artists? I would say yes, it does, because you have so many artists out there, and you have a lot of artists who never get heard of. I think because another artist may be able to pay his way on the radio when an independent artist may not be able to. So his grind has to be a lot tighter, a lot harder. He's got to, selling, tapes out of the trunk or hitting the streets and handing them out for free. Going to clubs, going to, having little meet and greets here or there. So if not directly, indirectly, yes, it definitely affects the independent artist, because he may not have the money to pay his way, into a radio's playlist, let's say. So definitely, I would say yes, it does affect independent artists. Is Payola right or wrong? I guess it just depends on how you were raised, your ethics, your morals, if you believe in anything. But in the real world, in the industry, you got to do what you got to do. And I feel like on your way to the top, you're not always going to play by the rules. And at the same time, are there any rules? So some may say Payola hurts the artist or the industry. Some say, hey, if I got to slide this guy a couple G's, a couple $100 to play my record, it's not the first time and it won't be the last time that it's done. So I really think it's based on like what you believe in, as far as how hard you want to work, or do you mind skipping some steps? Going through the mixtape outlet, or meeting an A&R and just trying to slide him a tape or a disc and say, hey, can I slide a couple hundred or some money here or there. So I think it really just depends on the individual, as far as is Payola right or wrong. Today in this real world, I wouldn't say it's right or wrong. It's whatever you believe in.